Okay, Uncle Rockstar Developer, we are with you live. One of the original Bitcoin OGs who never drifted down a fiat off ramp. He always stands with and for the people, working hard to protect individual human rights and privacy. He is what I would call a pure Bitcoiner, educating people positively without being too much of a toxic Bitcoin maxi. Rather, he makes Bitcoin simple but not soft. He dunks on scams, shitcoins, and fiat thinking, but with a good heart. He encourages sovereignty, discipline, and conviction. He is perhaps one of the brightest developers in the Bitcoin space, I think. He helped out Jack Mallers and building Strike, building BTC Pay Server with Nicolas Dorier, and he continues to take care of his nephews and nieces, ever growing in number with every podcast he does. So thank you so much, Uncle Rockstar, for joining me today. How are you doing?
Doing great, even better now, thanks to your introduction. And you know, I,
It's well earned.
I
I
mean, I don't know, especially in this fiat world. Yeah, it's not what you earn; it's what you take, right? But I
Sure.
definitely am the brightest developer, even wider than Bitcoin, because I mean, look at my background. All this fire is making me very bright. I'm completely white.
You are
So
the brightest developer out there, visibly, as we can tell right now. As fiat burns, you shine even brighter, which is amazing.
yeah, well, I uh, I I loved your intro.
Oh, thank you.
Focus a lot about I focus a lot on making sure that everyone can shine as bright as they possibly can, and
Hmm.
I love the whole Bitcoiners United thing
Oh, totally.
because Bitcoin is amazing since it connects you. Like it's a network of money, but it's also a social network. And it's all
Hmm.
about who are the people from that social network that you connect with and help you uh, shine as bright as you can.
Absolutely. And there's so many reasons and excuses that our fiat monkey brains find in divisiveness or toxic stuff, bad things in the world. They make headlines. It's easy to like get distracted and, get stuck there by calling this Bitcoiners United. It's like we share so many more values together that are positive. Like, why are we doing this? It reminds me, and I'll just throw it up here real quick, few years ago. This is where I first met you. Was in Bitcoin Miami conference spring a few years ago. I met you there. I gave you my little Satoshi's malicious sticker. That was my early brand, and you were just genuine and generous with your time. I met you again in Vegas here last spring, not quite a year ago. And what I appreciated about you was that your mask and your pseudonym is like you've called it a mirror, and so people often just see you superficially, say, if they don't know you yet, and they presume things or they read into it, and they might approach you with presumptions or an angle or something. What you do to short circuit anything negative about that I saw was genuine and generous time, your personality, your sharing and collaborative. You are uncle, and that helps people so much get over things about ego, if you will. So you navigate that very well, it seems.
Well, yeah, and also wearing the mask and sunglasses and the designer accessories and stuff. I shied away from that for a long time, but it's that Rockstar identity that I have dedicated for Bitcoin has actually helped me not shy away from that and take the whole conversation about say ego head on and in service of other people, but also in service of me, man. Is the whole ego situation is just like ego is such a negative word, right?
Mm,
Um, but if someone sees me and says like, oh, like this guy, his ego is insane and stuff. Like I've been thinking on that. Like you do need to have some level of ego in order to have multiple identities, right? Like one identity
Sure.
for your private life, one identity for Bitcoin, another identity. But if someone comes at you from the perspective of like ego, this person is bad, um, there is something in them. There is some kind of trauma that they're trying to process.
Right.
You can either do what most people do is like you become defensive and fight back. It's like, no, I don't have ego, it's you that's bad person or whatever. Man, now I understanding that I just like, unless it's someone that wants to physically assault me or anything, I'll just
Yeah.
be there and you help people process whatever they're thinking, because I think people are instinct like their instincts are good. Like people deep down are good. It's
I
there
feel that.
towards the truth. And it's all about whether you can help them do that or you are not helping them do that. And for me, as someone that I take it somewhat seriously because I've been freed by Bitcoin, and I
Mm-hmm.
see myself as like I have a responsibility now that I am free to just be there, and that's where it's coming from. And I'm glad you noticed that. As for the whole ego situation, I'll let that to everyone else individually, judge it rather than engage in it.
Yeah, we all navigate that and decipher that. We all are on our own journey. We need
Yeah.
to like come to terms with knowing thyself, and it's not straightforward. You mentioned trauma. We all have our traumas. Trauma was discussed a bit on a podcast you were on in Hong Kong, and a couple
Yeah.
months ago. And but without getting stuck there, like
Yeah.
you came from a country that was bombed by NATO. You came to the U.S. Uh, and you could have held on to that, like your past. You move forward, and what you saw in America too was people with identities, or sometimes uh, in America of all things, people holding on to like victimhood or different identities for different
It's
reasons.
been profitable, man.
It's profitable. Yeah.
Yeah,
Certainly.
like I think luckily we're past the stage where it was extremely profitable, right? But I think it's one of those properties of fiat world.
Mm-hmm.
It's just don't hate the players, hate the system. Like fiat system has been structured so that whoever cries the most or in the most righteous way
Right.
gets shortcutted to money printer. And
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
see these amazing Hollywood celebrities or politicians with so much power, and you see all these like they're victims, man, right?
Right.
They're always in media crying about something, like,
Capturing time and attention and energy.
yes, but they're I think that's what fiat system really optimized for, because you have Kim Kardashian's daughter asking for money over Instagram. Like she is a
Yeah.
victim. Like she actually is. And
Yeah.
then you see everyday Americans who are struggling with even like paycheck to paycheck. They're not victims. There is nowhere in media where they're mentioned,
Yeah.
because they haven't polished their skill and network for to somehow broadcast their victimhood.
Yeah.
And like I
Seize
think we
control of your personal agency. Take responsibility and make your own traction. Go out and do things, people.
yes, but that's also the thing in fiat society is like people that do that, they're not doing nearly as good as they would be doing in better system that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't waste money and resources on all these victimhood optimizers.
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's terrible, man. Like we're wasting so much of our human potential by
Mm-hmm.
catering to these psychopaths. Really, like when you look at
Yeah.
Elon Musk, he's still crying. He's great at complaining that he doesn't get this or doesn't get that. Meanwhile, he has how many wives with how many children, and he
Right.
can have. It was the latest one was money doesn't buy happiness and whatnot. No, man, if you wanted happiness, you would just go back to those children, really,
Right.
women, and you would focus on that, and you would have an amazing life. But
Mm-hmm.
your persona is like your identity is now collection of crazy many identities
Yeah.
that just force you to do what you do is. And yeah.
Yeah, we're all sorting it out for ourselves. No matter what level someone is at, they may have their own demons or things they're still sorting out. There's a difference. You mentioned this. There's a difference between intelligence and wisdom. I thought you made a very wise post this morning. Never regret showing kindness, even if it's misinterpreted or exploited. Every act of kindness sends ripples through the world, and life has a way of rewarding you for putting it out there. The fiat system makes it hard to come to these kinds of realizations sometimes because you're either busy hustling or you feel left behind or you're angry about stuff or there's certainly doom in the world to grind about. You pierced through that, and just despite FUD, despite personalities that may come at you or whatever, you're at a conference and the suits are out, TradFi's here, all these things. Yeah, you could complain about a lot, but you keep your clear signal focused on target, moving forward, doing good, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, I am a suit, right? You can bring up that image of us in Las Vegas. Are we
Huh.
doing Las Vegas this year as well? Are you coming?
I'm aiming to be there. I believe I'll be there. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, maybe next time in that picture, if you bring it up now, and we can get Alejandra, Miss Bitcoin, to
Oh,
join us.
yes. Oh, and
Yeah.
that one, yeah, the one picture I had, um, Alejandra is there, right there.
Yeah, there she is. But look, I'm a suit, man. I
There's different kinds of suits.
no. I actually started wearing suits because it's such a ironic play.
It's sharp. It looks sharp.
Yeah. So no, it's. I just hope, man, everyone gets what they want because that's essentially what happened with me with Bitcoin. Is by
Hmm.
being so committed to Bitcoin that I have a dedicated identity for Bitcoin. I got all that I wanted, and now everything that's happening is it's extra, it's
Hmm.
bonus. Um,
So you get to play uncle to a lot of people, generously, I might add. But who might you say? Go
only
ahead.
if they insist, you
Okay.
know.
Yeah, not
Because
it's not patronizing at all. You make yourself available, I should say. So if someone needs an uncle, they can connect with you. And who might you say was your first nephew? Might that have been Nicolas Dorier or Jack Mallers?
no,
Or
Jack Mallers was the one that started the whole thing.
oh, really?
He started, yeah, calling me uncle, and then kind of memed it into reality. Because I guess people, especially after, yeah, I've had success with Nicholas,
Hmm.
then Jack and me had a huge success. And I think that the nephew and niece component is coming a lot from that part. Like that people see what I've done for others, and then they want me to do that for them as well. Um,
Yeah, you
which
changed the landscape. I mean, it's weird that in one sense it wasn't that long ago, but the pace in all this has been so fast. It feels like it was so early. It's
seven
amazing
years,
to think about.
man. Like Strike started 7 years ago, and then BTC Pay Server started 9 years ago. And it seems you're someone that followed this. Can you believe? Yeah, it's been 9 years.
It's weird. Yeah.
Super weird, man.
Yeah, I mean when Lightning first came out, when Strike first started riding the Lightning, when Zaps were a thing, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but I remember this moment where it was hitting me and it was just blowing my mind like, oh my gosh, the world is changing
Yeah.
and changing fast. So with BTC Pay Server, you've created good, solid, and free and open source Rails API for people to use and to plug in to this financial system using Bitcoin. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
And BTC Pay Server was actually one of the first popular distributors of LND, which was the only, well, there was always C Lightning, but LND was the, I would say, the implementation of a Lightning node.
uh-huh.
And I'm still have great relationship with Elizabeth Stark because she appreciated so much that Lightning Labs has produced this Lightning Daemon, and no one was using it. So once it was integrated in BTC Pay Server, people could actually start using the Lightning for commerce. And then Jack was doing Alan Zap for those
Yeah.
that weren't around. It was an open source project that was going on for 2 years, and he kind of saw what I've done for Nicholas and was like, "Hey, Unc, join me. Let's do a startup." In 2019, yeah,
What a
we
story.
started.
What a
Yeah.
ride. You can find BTC Pay Server at btcpayserver.org. There's information about it. You can, as a business, you can use Bitcoin, zero fees, no third party. And also, BTC Pay Server has a YouTube channel, and there is a great documentary here that came
Yep.
out about a year ago. That it's called "My Trust in You Is." Oh, do I have to get through an ad here? Hold on.
Fiat
Sorry, there
world,
you go.
man. Yeah, you gotta get threats.
I'm
You
in a
need to
different account,
verify
so it's not the
age soon
same.
enough. Oh
So
my
anyway,
god.
My Trust in You is Broken. The great documentary. I encourage people to come check it out here. You can search for My Trust in You is Broken on YouTube, and it's based on a tweet that Nicholas made during the block size wars, and there was the New York agreement happened, and Coinbase, and oh, you'll have to remind me who all was involved with that.
I
Roger
mean,
Ver with Bcash.
Roger Ver, Coinbase, it was a collection of companies that were essentially trying to force changes into Bitcoin that would align with what they needed. But in the
Uh-huh.
process, they would impact a lot of Bitcoiners, and the change was not wanted by majority of Bitcoiners.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been the one that's with people. Like I, considering what I've gone through, I don't want anyone to anywhere, anytime be in a position where they as individual want something and the other thing is happening. It's being enforced on them and they don't have a choice. They just gotta
Yeah.
comply and go. So when I saw that BitPay posted like blog post saying that they're gonna switch all their merchants to Segwit 2x,
Yep.
and I saw that Nicolas Dorier replied to their post with, "This is lies. My trust in you is broken. I will make you obsolete."
Yep.
I really wanted to jump on the wagon and help him, speed up and execute alternative so that any merchant could just host payment
Yeah.
processor for themselves and get to decide what Bitcoin is for themselves rather than depending on a trusted third party. That Nicholas was one of the biggest evangelists of BitPay. That's why he was so upset, is because he onboarded so many people on BitPay,
Yeah.
but then they betrayed his trust, and he was like, "Let me create a solution that will ensure no one ever can betray the trust."
Yeah. And it seems like, they had their own incentives and motivations to want larger blocks or faster block time or whatever. but the nature that they went about that, and the New York agreement stands out as kind of the moment. But instead of like getting consensus and having that conversation, it's like, we're big enough, we can just do this. And
Yeah.
so then when it was announced, and then Nicholas made his post, that was a trigger point for you as well, because you were getting sick and tired of the block size wars. And
Yeah.
so that's when you jumped into BTC Pay Server and started helping Nicholas out.
Yes, and man, I love how you present this. And see, seems you've
I've
done.
studied this a little bit.
Man, I mean, you've been around as well, so it's nice to talk with someone that that has been around and knows history.
I wasn't
Because
there in 2017, but when I got in like
Mhm.
2019, I was like, I got to understand what happened here.
Yeah,
So,
and I hope you get more people to watch BTC Pay Server documentary because it explains in a perfect way what happened.
yeah,
And because this is also a pattern that keeps on repeating itself, you could look at parallels of what you said. They became powerful enough. They said, "Okay, guys, we don't need you. We're gonna enforce this."
oh, yeah.
That's kind of the same thing that's happening now
We're
with
seeing
op
it again and
return.
again.
Yeah, is just with op return. It's
Mhm.
another coalition of people that are essentially changing the behavior of Bitcoin network,
Yep.
and their argument is a lot in the sense like, oh, this was already a behavior while it wasn't. But they're like, no, 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 we gotta remove the paternalistic
Exactly.
policies and whatnot. Man, as soon as I heard paternalistic, I was like, okay, then this is a kill word. And
Yep.
but the thing is, my own involvement even in this latest debate and argument is I want a world in which every individual can pick
Hmm.
what is it that you as individual want, and let's enforce your individual freedom. So um,
Absolutely.
I wish we, as you said, like came together to a consensus and let's all move forward together. But more and more, I just realized I personally, I gotta focus on individuals, my nephews and nieces, and stay productive rather than
Yeah.
battle with people.
Keep moving forward. I still have full belief, and I wouldn't even call it hope. I have strong conviction in Bitcoin and where we're still headed, despite fighting about things. People don't like when there's a group that knows better than you, and okay, at some levels makes efforts to communicate that, but when questioned, when pushed, when challenged, people are going to jab whatever, but you retreat to a patronizing like, we're done explaining it to you.
Mhm.
Or the barrier to entry is a little high, or we're going to boot you out for reasons, and they don't like. It's like, you might be technically correct. Let's say you're technically correct, but what we don't like is that change in a community, or the effort to educate us, explain it. Why blow out op return? There are some perhaps very technical reasons about it. There are concerns that, whether it's Citria and other things, there could be other incentives that we
I
haven't
mean,
quite
it's
heard.
not concerned. It was Citria had a major role to play. It's
Yeah,
just whether that's how like you see who are the people that are manipulating the truth, and well, not even the truth but data to fit it into certain holes. And this is where I've tried in past to kind of come to consensus with people, but no, now especially as someone that, man, I'm a freedom extremist. I don't know if you could like Rockstar Dev, he's a freedom jihadist. Like I'll go to war to help people expand their individual freedom. And
freedom
I see
maxi.
that, no, man, we will literally fork reality.
Yeah,
People will fork reality, and you will be watching a video, say, of something that happened with another person. And it's getting to the point where what that person will say can be so different that like you're watching the same thing.
Right.
And it's a completely different interpretations, emphasis. And this is where I come back to what I said about like even through all of that, or maybe even because of all of that, I believe that the only way forward is expansion of individual freedom. And Bitcoin has this nice property that uh, Bitcoin radicalizes peace.
Mm-hmm.
Before Bitcoin, you needed simply to have some social circle level of network in order to, when injustice hits you, people treat you unjustly because of your beliefs, things you've said, um, you you're target of someone powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Like you didn't greet them well enough when you met them in person, right? And now
Mm-hmm.
this person is holding a grudge against you. They want to destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
People had ability to cancel each other. With Bitcoin, as I said, Bitcoin radicalizes peace. If you have Bitcoin, that's it. You can opt out of all of that. At the end of the day, um, people want to destroy you. People are not treating you fairly. Uh, you're just like target. You can opt out of all of that. Is turn
Yeah.
off computer, touch the grass, uh, spend time with your intimate circle that hopefully is disconnected from Bitcoin, because people give me crap about mask and identity and that I need to dox myself in order to talk with them and whatnot. No, man, like the future we're going towards, the closest one of those involved with Bitcoin will be targeted because they're idiots that think that, oh, that's how they're going to get your Bitcoin and whatnot.
Mm.
So luckily I have zero Bitcoin.
Yeah,
So
me too.
I'm not, yeah, not interesting to anyone. And all I want, man, is to spend the rest of my life coding the tools that help enforce and expand individual freedom. And that's it.
Absolutely
Everything.
awesome. Bitcoin gives people that foundation to be self secure, not insecure, not beholden to others. You can say, okay, Bitcoin's fuck you money. Okay, sure. But it's not just number go up, fuck you money. It's about having a foundation and a sense of self security that you're not needing to be validated necessarily. You found yourself, you know thyself, you're okay. And from that, it's freedom maxi. And then also choosing to be private, if you will. I mean, I have a copy of the Cypherpunks manifesto that I always keep on hand. I throw it out all the time randomly. You get to choose where you draw the line on privacy. And so, and it's not like being secretive or like, oh, why, what do you have to hide? It's like, it has nothing to do with anything except having the right as a freedom maxi to decide when and where you um, are disclosed or how you disclose yourself to others. And so you're able to separate your Bitcoin existence in life, which can be very extroverted, to a personal, private life that you can keep private and yours and safe. You self custody your privacy.
Yeah. And I think privacy is one of those things that get destroyed first in interactions. Like if someone wants to attack you, the first thing they're going to do is dissect your identity, right?
Figure you
And
out. Yeah.
yeah, and that they will try to make you into certain image, because that's where a lot of people what they have experienced is when you're attacked by someone, the first thing that someone will do is paint you as a bad or evil person, you know, full of ego or something. But this is where privacy is so amazing, and I think the war in towards the world which we are going, like world of abundance, where AI and technology will be able to create anything.
Yeah.
Privacy will be the most important thing that you will own. because
Right.
uh, it will literally define you as a unique human individual. Like, what is the data that you actually own? Like, what is your private data? Because
Yep.
if all your data is public, we're going to create an AI clone of you that will be, yeah, it's a puppet on a strings. So this is what I think a lot of people instinctively feel, but
Uh-huh.
there is a pressure of society to, when you're in social situations, you can't wear a mask, or you can, but then it's N95. And if you wear N95, then you're a kook. You're a person that has a, I don't know,
You're
low
not getting the
immune
oxygen you
system.
need.
Yeah. It's like people start identifying you. So again, it's the craziness of the world and fiat society that I hope everyone that Bitcoin empowers and frees, um,
Yes.
work against, like, that society, work more towards empowering individuals, because what you said about when you have Bitcoin, yeah, you're free. Man, I
Yes.
think Bitcoin really reveals you to yourself and others. And
Yeah.
we got to also keep in mind that Bitcoin will reveal to some of us that, they're jerks. Some
Right.
people are just, and
I could be better.
yeah, but there are people who maybe are too old, and they're like, okay, I actually like being a jerk.
Yeah, right.
I like dominating others or controlling them. And all that I want in that situation is that other people around that person like have enough Bitcoin so that they can fork and, go towards better situation. But I don't know, man.
Well,
Someone like,
hopefully Bitcoin changes the incentives as the roots grow into TradFi and life. It changes the incentives, and that fiat mindset fades. You're working in base reality when you're contributing to the longest chain, and so that's base reality. And I just hope that fiat gets realigned and that people's incentives change, and that uh, you know, that brings me to Noster. It makes me think about Noster.
yeah,
So much of our existence anymore, as we put ourselves online, we connect with others, we share. There's these platforms that make that easy. Now, are you reading the end user license agreement when you click OK? Like, yeah, I'm going to use this
every
thing.
time.
You are completely legible. Your data is the money. If you're not sure what the product is, you're the product. So there's that world. Now on the other side of that, people want to connect and share and contribute and do all the things. Noster is allowing that to happen as privately as you want. So, and you've been working in Noster a lot too, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been one of the Nostr evangelists since times before Jack Dorsey joined. Actually, I was the one that was bothering him with DMs when I saw that Blue Sky was funded.
Uh-huh.
I immediately DM'd Jack. I was like, "No, Jack, like, look
Jack,
at
what are you doing?
Nostr." Yeah, that produced one amazing moment because he sent someone to talk with Fiat Jeff, and then that person invited Fiat Jeff to meeting of, like, people that are building decentralized social media protocols. And yeah, the moment was amazing. Like, Fiat Jeff
Amazing.
came back to us in Telegram group from that meeting, and he's like, "I'm not going back," and it, like, never, because it's just bunch of communists.
Yeah, right.
He was in the meeting. He was like, "It's just bunch of communists," because they were talking like how to block people and stuff, and he built Nostr exactly so you can't be blocked. So it was
Yeah.
hilarious those times, but. No, Noster capitulated, my man. Right? Like, we have Matt Odell back on X, a blue check
I saw
mark.
that. Um,
Noster is dead. Sorry, people. Like, I'm gonna run that joke into ground. Yeah, Noster is dead. So
so would you say that seriously? That Noster is dead, you say?
I mean, I'm joking with Matt Odell, man. It's just the whole Yeah,
Okay.
he's now a blue check mark, and he had all those posts about blue check marks, and
Oh, I know. I know.
I'm daily resisting the temptation to just screenshot Matt's posts or whatever. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, like now whenever he posts on X, like stay humble, stack sats, I post a random screenshot of him calling a blue check mark certain way. But
Yeah. I love Odell, and he really, I mean, uh, great authentic based values. And when I saw him come back to X after having kind of shit on X for a long time, it's like, I get it. I think we're going to have a foot in both worlds where we navigate a fiat doxed space in a way, and we also navigate our private side of the world or freedom tech. And for a while, I mean, I have a foot in both worlds. X, quite frankly, has a lot of traction and outreach, and yeah, it's an algorithm, but you can work with it as a tool, and not necessarily basically pay attention to not being stuck or caged. And if it gets too far there, thank God also, not just for Bitcoin, but for Nostr. Nostr allows us to communicate freely regardless. And, it's early, it's still growing, it's going to take time. And sometimes people don't go to these technologies until they need it. So, like people that get to Bitcoin often go there because they needed it, or people don't go to Bitcoin because they just don't need it. But people went to Nostr when X was kind of going downhill, and people will go to Nostr again as it remains functional when times are hard or censorship is up. We got a deep censorship state. So,
yeah, I think now I'll talk a little bit about this seriously, and then I can switch back to joking. But it's all seriously, it's all about what are the tools and what does help you as an individual to go towards the truth. And this is even harder for high integrity people like Odell, because you're going to be held to way higher standard than majority, like what, 90% of people in fiat world. So yeah, this is where I go back to joking, and I can say maybe it's not me even that will be responding with Odell posts on X about blue check marks. Maybe one of your viewers can take that glory upon themselves, because I'll be liking those posts. If Matt Odell posts on X and then there is someone in comments responding with his posts from way back, I think it's funny, and I'll like those posts. Um, but no,
yeah,
man, it's all about whether you as individual are going towards the truth, and are you having fun? Are you surrounded people that you love and that they love you back? So
yeah,
I would focus on that rather than
yeah. And
specific.
even with a blue check, I mean, he contributes way more through whether
Yeah.
it's 1031 or through all of his zaps, and proof of work. It's more than the $8 a month to pay for a blue check. It's like, okay, so he's got the connection, and people want to know that this is actually a Matt Odell with a blue check. Fine, but yeah, he's great, solid based guy.
So what we're saying to everyone, yeah, it's okay, people. You can stop with Noster. Noster is dead. Um, no, no. On Noster, I would say what is dead may never die. Like Noster was always dead, and
Perfect.
Noster has this amazing property that it is a very simple protocol,
Hmm.
that it has an amazing base of core users. And I really think as AI revolution continues to unfold, we are going to see ever increasing usage of Noster. It's just that social media will never be Noster's most popular use case or strong suite. It will be apps running on this infrastructure of Nostr.
Yeah.
I would be curious to see how, like, what is the active user count of BitChat and how many
Right.
users there are with that. Then we have white noise coming up in my recent talk and Plan B El Salvador. I was actually shilling white noise by Jeff to people because I was asked on stage about messengers.
Mm.
So yeah, what is dead may never die, but it rises, stronger and harder. It's almost like that motto from Game of Thrones will be
Hmm.
used for Noster, and
It
um,
applies.
it
Yeah.
does.
So it's interesting to see how AI will conclude perhaps that Bitcoin is the relay, rails for money, and it could do the same where it's going to use Nostr notes and other stuff transmitted by relays open and freely. AI would just be like, oh yeah, hello, that just makes sense. So we could see AI just saying, yeah, Nostr is the way, because, and it may be that it's not what you see through your social media app, Primal or Damus or what have you, Amethyst and whatnot. It may be that relay system is used like an API for other stuff, and AI
Yeah,
included.
yeah. Everyone rejoice with Noster. We are, giving birth to Skynet. So, so we can celebrate that. Yeah, we are helping machines destroy
I
humanity. Yeah.
I
No,
always when AI tells me something like a good answer, I always say thank you so that maybe it remembers that I was
oh
a good
man.
little human.
Listen, I'm gonna start categorizing people who do that. Like they're playing the long game, and more I'm hearing people say that um, as I'm having conversation with them. So it's like more and more people are scared about AI dominance. But I actually really like the response AI gives when you
Yeah, I do
search
too.
like who is no, but it says like who is Uncle Rockstar.
Oh
Did you
yeah.
did you try that? Like you try
Um,
that right now. I'm curious if you can.
let me
Yeah.
well let me bring something up here that on Primal. So you're here on Noster,
Yeah.
and in your feed fairly recently, you asked that question,
Yeah.
and somebody did that, and I could read it, but it was actually, I thought it was pretty good. Did you like this? It says a Bitcoin only internet personality, mostly known on
Yeah.
X and Noster. The vibe, hardcore Bitcoiner, no altcoins, no excuses. Mixes education, memes, tough love. Plays the role of
Yeah.
blunt, slightly unhinged uncle who tells you uncomfortable Bitcoin truths.
I
Big
really.
on lightning, zaps, Noster, self custody, anonymous and pseudonymous, a persona, not a public figure with a LinkedIn. People follow you because you make Bitcoin simple but not soft. You like in my intro, you
Yeah.
dunk on fiat thinking, scams, and shitcoins. Encourage sovereignty, discipline, conviction. Da 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 da. Sailor's like a professor. Saifuddin is an economist. Uncle Rockstar is that uncle at the barbecue who tells you to fix your life and buy sats. What'd you think
I
of that?
I mean, I love it. This is why I feel very secure with AI. If AI says all of that, and the thing is, the responses when you type in "who is Uncle Rockstar" are very different depending on the person.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm always curious to get from people to see like what is the response they get. Um, but no, man, I think it's all about what are the protocols that AI will converge towards.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone that's looking, for example, at current Bitcoin price and everything that's going on, and they're scared, I always ask them a question: what do you think Bitcoin will use as money? Like, what do you think AI will use as a money? And
Right.
it's obvious that it will be Bitcoin.
The best
Um,
money, probably.
I mean, it's even you saw that recently they have AIs. Someone put their AI to be a Bitcoin maxi,
Uh,
and it started arguing with other AI bots, and they
uh-huh.
converged towards Bitcoin
Uh-huh.
as a consensus point.
Yeah, there was like a Claude bot that went out and was like converting other Claude bots.
Is because everything else has way more human intervention and leaders and whatnot. The AI will use Ripple. Is it really people? What AI will use a currency that can be inflated indefinitely? Like, how is that different from fiat money? Or they're going to use Ethereum, and they're going to depend on Vitalik, whether he is for proof of stake or this or that. No, AI will use Bitcoin. And also, if we are lucky as humans, if AI forks, in a sense, produces its own currency that's based on energy,
Hmm.
we as humanity lose the only lever that we really have. Uh,
Hmm.
with AI. This is why Bitcoin's emission schedule is so genius, because
Yeah.
it will literally be the only thing that us humans will have in order to bargain with AI. But this is where I hope Bitcoiners stop canceling each other because of op return limits and other stuff.
Uh-huh.
And you can just say, hey, uh, people can make mistakes. Let them make mistakes. You disagree on op return one way or the other. You disagree on actions of some people. Okay, disagree, but still respect the person and move forward, because we have bigger fish to fry. And for me, the biggest fish and the reward right now is just feeding AI with kindness and better money. So, Uncle Uncle will need to, have a few more drinks and continue, to preach in that direction. I could do that for days.
AI does, and it's probably programmed to be this way because I think as AI is initially built, it like a business model, it wants engagement, it wants your attention. It seems to be benevolent and kind. Now, maybe it'll conclude, hopefully, that that is also the way, being kind, uh, whatever it connects that with. I mean, we experience it emotionally. If logically AI considers kindness to be the way as well, that's great. And I'd never thought of the idea of AI evaluating the proof of work capture game, perhaps. I guess ultimately what protects Bitcoin and such proof of work things is it, bottom line, it's got to be physical infrastructure that is built and put together and connected by humans to hash. Now, if you have this infrastructure and you left it open to say, well, we're going to allow AI to like utilize it as it needs. Okay, then AI, I guess, could capture hash rate, but I'd never thought about that before. Is that any kind of realistic concern? AI forks Bitcoin?
I mean, it's more that Bitcoin becomes corrupt and um, goes away from the rules that we have established that they work. And it goes beyond the point where for AI it's prudent to go along with those changes. The Bitcoin is amazing the way it is right now, but
Mm-hmm.
now because of the treating op return as a technical problem rather than a social problem that it really is, uh, I like one of the big reasons why Bitcoin is crashing in fiat terms. To me, it's obvious, is because the conversation around Bitcoin is so toxic, right? Like you
Mm.
have Epstein files and Bitcoiners accusing each other over crazy stuff. That
Yeah. Yeah.
conversation surrounding Bitcoin is very toxic and not in a good way. So this is where I see that AI would have an opportunity to be like, okay, no, like this is too tainted, let's do something else. But
Hmm.
whatever that something else is, it will still be on basis of Bitcoin. Like, this is Pandora's box that has been opened, and it's somebody's technology is so much better than what we had before.
Yeah.
And people need to realize that this is what humanity has been doing ever since, we started evolving and creating civilization. It's like we are creating better tools, and then we use those tools to step up on the level of consciousness and create better tools. And
Yeah.
this combo of Bitcoin mining facilities that are also AI facility,
Right.
the genius of uh, AI, not like AI is based on graphic cards and different types of algorithms versus the way that Bitcoin is mined with the SHA-256. It's
Right.
completely different type of machines,
It's different
but
compute. Yeah.
yeah, but based on demand for power, you're offloading like one to the other. But the,
Uh-huh.
the point is you're plugging into the energy source. So
Right.
Bitcoin is such a great money that it monetizes advancement of humanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is where we really need to lean more as individuals. We need to lean more into that and focus more into that rather than yelling at each other like, "Oh, are you in Epstein emails or what not?"
Name
But
search in the files. Yeah.
man, it's also name searching the files if you as a human have a genuine interest in helping someone become better.
Mm.
And you find like a person like you're actually doing that from because people are publicly claiming they're doing that in order to help the other person come clean and increase their integrity. But
Yeah.
if they really cared about that, they would privately message the person where there is no spectacle or likes or engagement. Message the person and say, hey, what really happened? I want to know. I want to be there for you as another person to
Mm.
help increase your integrity. But no, man, like people are lying. People are, I'm posting this to help integrity while I'm really
Right.
trying to get $50 for my post from Elon on on X or
Right.
something like that.
Get the views, get the clicks. It's like, yeah, maintain the humanity in all of this and how we communicate and relate with each other. And now,
Kindness.
kindness, and that's what I loved about your recent tweet about kindness and connection. It's about relationships and the humans involved here and empowering others, empowering everybody. And you're doing that amazingly. Now, you've been confirmed to speak at Bitcoin Prague, the conference.
Mhm.
I'm going to be there, and I look forward to seeing you there as well. Do you have any sense? I guess, couple things. What have you been on stage pushing and talking about lately, and where do you see yourself talking about, if you've thought about it, in the future, such as at Prague?
So privacy is the main topic I'll be exploring on the stages, and really glad to hear that you will be in Prague because
Yes.
I will have some side events. Uncle, big part of me being Bitcoin uncle is that all I want is to scam people into profits. And now one of the things I'm also doing is scamming people into being healthier. So there
The
will
cult of
be
Uncle.
cult of individual freedom and happiness,
Yes.
picking the right games to play. So, for you and then anyone else that's watching this and coming to Prague, stay tuned because I'm talking with my partner in crime, Mir, from Plan
Mm.
B Network, and it's very likely we'll be organizing another weightlifting
Oh, cool.
event. Yeah, so I think we'll have BTC sessions there, hopefully.
Nice.
Max DeMarco and other cool Bitcoiners, so we can all lift weights together and have fun.
I saw you. I saw a video of you bench pressing, and that's yeah, proof of work there. And that's the thing: healthy body, healthy mind, healthy emotions, healthy money. And
Yes.
Bitcoin changed me in that way through and through, the way I didn't expect it. Of like, it started out with just the money, and then it started changing a lot of things over time with based incentives, and suddenly thinking about all the things. So it just through and through, Bitcoin can fix yourself.
Yes, Bitcoin again reveals you to yourself,
Hmm.
and you gotta be careful and watch what it reveals, because number go up is such an amazing technology, but it's really about freedom go up.
Right.
Does As the number goes up, does your freedom go up? And for a lot of people, what happens is it's a top of their market.
Uh-huh.
They're the smartest person that ever lived.
Right.
Their ego is rightfully so high. Like, I'm
Uh-huh.
so smart. I'm so. But Bitcoin has this way of humbling people,
Like right now.
where where it's like they literally scam themselves into way less freedom,
Yeah.
and then Bitcoin goes down, and they're like, "Oh shit, I'm trapped. Now
Uh,
I need to wait for another bull market in
uh-huh.
order to do what I really want to do."
Yeah.
And then they put on a mask, a smiling face. They're, at events smiling on everyone, networking, trying to get money from others so they can be free. No, Bitcoin is amazing, man. And for me, I'm so grateful that, like, I've been through that back when Bitcoin has been at 3 digits. So all this that's happening, when people even like scam me, or they think they scammed me, I like, this is all extra. This is amazing, like, what's happening. And as long as whatever people do to me helps them get to more individual freedom and more of a happy, kind place for them, hey, this is what my Bitcoin uncle. Bitcoin is
Yeah.
paying me at the end of the day to do all of this.
Yeah. It's incredible. I mean, Bitcoin mooned for people when it hit 1,000. It mooned when it hit, 10,000, 100,000. So now to feel like, oh man, the moon's orbit has dropped a little bit now. It's like, okay, zoom out. And a lot of people right now are reconciling their fiat brain with why they're still in this, what Bitcoin really means to them. These are like healthy times where it's like the time to be lifting the weights and putting in your proof of work and conviction. Where is it number go up for you? Are you white knuckling your way to the next bull market, or do you understand what your incentives are and who you are? These are like healthy times for people sometimes.
Man, for me, moon was when we crossed 1,000. So,
Uh-huh.
and for lifting weights and coding, being happy, every moment is a moment for that. And because time passes, everything is fleeting, and so is our podcast.
Yeah.
We're at the end, and
Yeah.
thank you for inspiring conversation. That's the thing, and the question is, what have we done to inspire others? And I'm looking forward to seeing
Yes.
that in the comments, because man, it's being able to do this with fellow Bitcoiners together. It's amazing, and doesn't seem like you also care whether after this call Bitcoin is where, like 69, 67, or 72.
Yeah.
Who
Something
cares?
somewhere. Yeah. I am super grateful for you being here. I loved having you. Appreciate your time. To wrap it up, I want to make sure people know where to find you. So I'm going to throw up here on X. You can be found at Rockstar Dev with a zero in there, but you can find Rockstar Uncle Rockstar Developer quite easily. Also, BTC Pay Server is up on there. You're on Noster. However you connect to Noster, you've got activity and can be communicated with on Noster. find BTC Pay Server. You've even got a GitHub. If you're a developer out there producing stuff and doing stuff, and maybe you're a brilliant Bitcoin maxi developer, Uncle Rockstar may be interested in you, perhaps. I don't want to speak for you.
Yes, I definitely am. So if there are any developers watching this and you want to get out of the boot of fiat society and fiat demands of the companies, reach out to Uncle, post some PR on GitHub. Let's do work together.
Awesome. Thanks so much. And yeah, I will be seeing you down the road, whether that is at one of the upcoming conferences, Vegas or Prague. I can't wait, buddy. And thanks for all your time. We will see you next time.
So likewise, sir. Talk soon.
Cool. Thanks, man. Bye, everybody.